Here's a tip for people who haven't used something like the Omega 365 cold press. This is a review of the Omega Cold Press 365. This Omega Cold Press 365 was $200 at Walmart. The Omega Cold Press 365 this is more of a specialty juicer. Buy an Omega Cold Press 365 if you want to juice low water content fruit and vegetables. If you're doing high water content, high volume juice, if you're one of those people who's drinking shitloads of juice every day, I don't think this is the juicer for you. The other thing too, that's the size of the hole that you got to push your stuff through. It's roughly the size of like a medium-sized horse's butthole. So you're gonna have to cut all your fruit and vegetables up into teeny tiny little pieces. The Omega Cold Press 365 is good for low water content fruits and vegetables. That's where this thing shines. Things like wheatgrass, things like kale, stuff like that. Now, yes, your juice will always come out cold out of this juicer, plus more juice. Well, a masticating juicer will give you more juice out of things like wheatgrass and things with a low water content, but you will not get more juice out of high water content foods. It's just not true. I'm sorry. The pulp that comes out the end of this thing, when you do apples, when you do lemons, is still pretty watery. More nutrition, well, that's debatable. I mean, all the hippy-dippy Dr. Mercola type people, they're gonna say, oh, it gives you more nutrition, you get more enzymes and more vitamins when you use a cold extractor. When I drink juice from this thing and when I drink juice from a regular juicer, the hot juice versus the cold juice, I don't know what's the difference, truthfully. Equals better health. Well, I mean, again, if you're talking Dr. Mercola and he's selling these and making a profit off the Omega Cold Press 365, of course he's gonna tell you it equals better health. Be careful with those claims. Easy to drink, well, juice, yes, is pretty easy to drink. Easy to digest. Hold on a second here. Easy to digest, well, when you start drinking wheatgrass juice, when you start drinking kale juice, when you start juicing, easy to digest my ass, you're gonna be on the can. Be careful, because you're gonna have a cup of green juice and you're gonna be running to the bathroom and your toilet bowl is gonna be green. So if the juice is running straight through you like shit through a goose, then it's hard to say if all these health benefits are actually sticking to you because it's just flushing you out. And it's not because it's cleansing you or doing anything magical or magnificent. It's because your body can't handle the juice. Can't handle whatever's in the juice. Plants have compounds in them that will fuck you up. Plants don't all want to be eaten and juiced. What I'm using the Omega 365 cold press for, the only way to get ginger juice to brew your kombucha is with a cold press masticating juicer. That's my kombucha brewing operation. Now, in order to get enough ginger juice to brew that much bloody kombucha, you need an Omega cold press 365. There's no other juicer that can do it. I had an Omega juicer years ago. I was using it for wheatgrass, so I already knew it was awesome. I sold it on Kijiji because I stopped drinking wheatgrass juice because I was tired of getting the squirts. So I bought another one, making that juice. So we're gonna cut to the ginger juicing process right now. Fire it up and just start dropping your ginger in. Look at that. Ginger's pretty hard, man. You don't get a lot of juice if you juice your ginger in a regular centrifugal juicer. That's why masticating juicers are awesome.
Look at all that juice.
That's wild. It's wild to get this much juice from ginger. There's no way. There's no way the idiots that use the traditional kinds of juicers are getting this much ginger juice out of their ginger.
Look how good this works.
And look at that. Have a look at that. That is pure ginger juice. I'll hold it up to the camera once it's done dripping. Now here's a tip for people who haven't used something like the Omega 365 cold press before. If you're juicing something really hard like ginger, ginger's kind of expensive. Apples, dirt cheap. First of all, here's the pulp that came out of the Omega 365 cold press. It is bone dry. There is no juice left in that shit. No waste whatsoever. But there is ginger juice left in this thing. So you can get a little bit of the ginger juice out by giving a little tippy tip. Or here's what I do. Even better, take something like apple and chase that down to chase all the rest of the ginger juice out. We don't give a shit if we waste a little bit of apple juice. Don't really want to waste any ginger juice. Okay, so we're done. Juice. That is a shitload of ginger juice. That is from 1 apple and 3 knobs of ginger. That's incredible. We've got 300 milliliters of juice. It's almost too much. Unbelievable. Now I'll show you how bloody easy it is to clean this damn thing. So the motor, done. You don't even got to clean it. We've got this thing. Just put this thing in the sink. Sink view. To clean it, just comes apart like this, and you just rinse it. Oh, the little butthole is plugged. If your little butthole gets plugged, it's not a big deal. You just work it out. Same way you would disimpact an old person in a nursing home. Just kind of get your fingers in the hole, shove it out. Maybe you get a little jet of water in there. Well, this is a toughie. Make a goddamn liar out of me. Okay, just like if you're disimpacting an old person in an old folks home, just get a chopstick. Just give a little poke poke. Good to go. That's clean. Rinse that. Rinse all that sucker out. This shit'll dry, pop it back on there, good to go. So if you're in the market for a juicer and you're wondering if the Omega Cold Press 365 is any good, these things last a long ass time.